Want to stand out from the pack and get the offer every time? I have 3 tips that are guaranteed to set you apart. If you stick around to the end, I'll share a piece of advice that only the top 1% of people do. Let's face it, guys, interviewing is tough. You're nervous, you don't want to say the wrong thing. At the end of the day, interviewing is not all or none. You have to do well enough to get to the next round. The tips that I'm going to be giving are qualitative. They're going to work for any kind of interview, regardless of what industry you are working in. Tip number 1, the name. A person's name is their favorite word. If you were walking in a crowd at the mall and someone yelled your name, you would turn your head, guaranteed. You shake someone's hand when you meet them for the first time. What you want to do is repeat their name over and over in your head. If you can associate that person's name with a celebrity, athlete, or entertainer, it will make it easier to remember. So if someone is named Taylor, you could think Taylor Swift, Lawrence Taylor, James Taylor. So what you want to do is make sure that you associate their name with someone so that it's easier to remember. Also, make sure to say their name as you're answering questions. That's a really great question, Taylor. Saying a person's name shows that you're respectful of them and you're engaged in the conversation. Pro tip, the business card. When you walk in, inevitably, they will give you their business card. What you want to do is take that and put it right on the desk in front of you between you and them. What that's going to do is be super helpful if there's multiple interviewers because you can have one in front of each of them. And if all of these tips fail and you forget, you'll be able to glance down and remember their name. Tip number 2, eye contact. This is one of the most important nonverbal cues. It shows that you are engaged and interested, but there is a balance here. You don't want to stare like a psycho.
Well, maybe you are a psycho. You ever considered that?
Research has shown that 3 seconds is the optimal length to lock eyes on someone, with 9 seconds being a maximum before things get a little bit uncomfortable. Pro tip, use the 50-70 rule. 50% while speaking, 70% while listening. One of the challenges that we have in trying to articulate our points is that we are using working memory, and eyesight uses the same working memory so that when we make eye contact, a little less is going to be used while we are speaking. So what you want to do is use less while speaking, more while listening. If you're finding this helpful, please don't forget to smash that like button. Tip number 3, smile. It is absolutely critical that you smile and be positive.
If you don't smile, your mom doesn't buy any prints and I don't get paid.
You are going to be with these people and see them more often than your friends, your family, your significant other, your dog, etc. So who would you rather spend the bulk of your time with? Someone positive or someone negative? Exactly. Pro tip, give a genuine compliment. I'm talking about a tie, a watch, the color of clothing, something in the room, the picture of a dog, etc. The goal with an interview is threefold. Leave a good impression, be memorable, get to the next interview. And there's one tip that I have which accomplishes all 3. It's this: write a handwritten thank you note. Out of all the students I have taught over the years, I received a handwritten thank you note from 2. And I remember them better than anyone else. Considering that I've trained several thousand students at this point, that is saying something. There's a personalization that a thank you note has that you can't get from an email, and I guarantee that it will set you apart. If you found this video helpful, check out this video here where you'll find out how to build a world-class network without having to get an Ivy League MBA. Please share this with someone who you think will find this valuable, and be relentless.